Ladies and gentlemen, the American Jury and Bulldog Nation, I have a lot of important matters to cover, and it was tough to choose what do I cover first. But I just want to make a couple announcements. Number one, we're going to cover the non-FDA approval and what it really is. And I'm also going to have a special guest on another show coming up, Jennifer Gross, who's sponsoring House Bill 248 in the Ohio Assembly to fight back against the mandate of the vax. But I want to just cover what went on yesterday in the media, and I want to just share this with you as a perspective. The Cincinnati Enquirer did a very nice story. Thank you, Enquirer. The Channel 19 at least did a story, although after talking to Jennifer Baker, it was clear to me that they didn't really get the story. I was set up to do a Zoom interview with Channel 9 and Channel 19, Jen Baker. Of all things, I had a dog emergency to run to, and I couldn't do them. But Channel 9, Channel 5, and Channel 12 did not cover. We sent it all to them. You saw the press release. Did not cover the corruption inside these hospitals. Didn't cover it at all. Nowhere to be found. The 6 major healthcare systems get sued in the tri-state for the following. This is a summary. Now, this is not meant to be exhaustive. How many times have I told you that the media, these journalists, are dumbasses? They don't know anything about anything. When you talk to them, it's like, what? Now, there's some exceptions. Tricia Mackey's smart. Cherie Paolo and Michael Dardis are smart, but they're owned by their news director. Brian Hamrick is smart. John London is smart. Tom McKee was smart. But they're few and far between. Now get this. Nobody covered this. Medical exemptions are purposefully being withheld by these hospitals' physician groups. Wow. Not covered by anybody. Manipulation of COVID stats. Manipulation of the severity. Not revealing the severity of the vax breakthroughs. Not following CDC protocols. The patient safety issues. The worker shortage issue. The natural immunity if you've gotten COVID. The antibodies. How stupid is it if somebody, the whole idea of a vax is to increase your antibodies. If you already have the antibodies, why should you forcefully have to take a vaccine? The risk benefit. If you stay at home, why should a stay-at-home employee of a healthcare system have to be vaccinated? If you have no patient contact and you're asymptomatic, why should you be vaccinated? Delaying the exemption forms or the exemption decisions on these people. And I can tell you somebody, yesterday I blasted the CEOs and the board of trustees. Let me tell you who else I'm blasting today. All you little evil minions, the lieutenants and sergeants, I'll use that as an expression. It's like the Nazis. You had Hitler and you had Himmler and Goebbels and all the rest of them, Goering and all the rest of them. But then you had down on the front lines the lieutenants and the captains and the colonels, the SS and everything else that carried it out. All of you middle managers that are participating in this, you are as evil as they are. Maybe even worse because you're closely connected to the frontline healthcare workers. This is the largest corruption story maybe ever in this country, and it certainly is in the tri-state. Guess what I'm doing today? We're redacting names and any knowledge. And for the last 24 hours, we took like the top 10 emails and we're sending them to the local press. Ladies and gentlemen, the American Jury and Bulldog Nation, I have personally reviewed, perused, and read 10,000 emails in the last 2 weeks. It's a fact. Guess what? I've also responded to every one of them. Now, just imagine that. This is information coming with inside these hospitals. It's laid out right there. Now, what else did I want to talk about? I'm going to talk about the FDA approval. Oh, by the way, the media is also something funny. Only the Enquirer covered that we're having this Freedom Fest. Only the Enquirer. And just think about that. Just think about that. On September 11th, Patriots Day, on Patriots Day, Kimberly Guilfoyle, who used to be on Fox News and the girlfriend of Don Jr., Tommy Lahren, a current host on Fox News, is coming to Morning View right outside of Independence, Kentucky, to come to a rally. That's not news for 5, 9, 12, and 19. Now, here is some of the stuff I want that's going to be sent to the press. And by the way, if you recognize this, don't worry, you're being redacted. Even anything that could possibly identify you, I took you out. This is increasingly frustrating. Children keep putting out things like drumming up fear over nothing. I worked a 12-hour shift in the emergency room department yesterday. The wait times never crossed an hour. I don't believe why I was there. Staffing was above average all day, and in my 12-hour shift, I didn't have a single patient with COVID, not one. Yet if I call them out on it, I'm the bad guy and will likely find myself without a job. And I'm already facing increased pressure to vaccinate, even though I've already had COVID and was absolutely fine. Just sharing info. Children's may be busy, but it's not COVID cases like they're portraying. I met with a doctor from Children's Hospital yesterday who said that Children's Hospital on a daily basis is a criminal enterprise. From TriHealth. Monday, we had a COVID vaccine discussion. People are angry. They had a lot of good points and questions answered by a panel. The pregnant woman worried about her baby's development. The devout Catholic concerned about the aborted fetus cells in the vaccine. People with pre-existing conditions and people like myself angry over the government taking my rights away from me, bit by bit. At the end of discussion, our hospital director, Jamie Easterling, the weasel that he is, said, well, I guess you have a decision to make. And I want to re-stress that, guys. They're bluffing. Listen, here's how you play the game. Do not get vaccinated. Play it all the way out. We now have 6 lawsuits filed in Hamilton County, 5 in Hamilton County, 1 in Boone County. By the way, they removed it. The lawyers for the hospital filed a removal to federal court because it has federal questions, which is fine with us. So we'll be contacting the federal judge today to try to get a hearing date. So we hopefully have a hearing date before September 1st. I'll keep you posted on that. So we are going to have we will try to get injunctive relief from a federal judge before even September 1st, which is Wednesday. I'll keep you posted on it. And we're going to contact the Hamilton County Clerk's Office still hasn't assigned judges after 48 hours those lawsuits in Hamilton County. So you got time. I know you think you're running out of time. Do not give in yet. Do not give in yet. Those of you that made the decision you're going to walk anyway, you can wait. But if you might give in, wait. You still got time. It would be a tragedy if you gave in now and then on Monday or Tuesday we get an injunction. How bad would that be? So don't give in. Hey, this is great. My name is, and I've been a phlebotomist for 22 years. I'm sending this email to you, some of the things I've dealt with at the COVID tent. Very unsanitary. Mice, bugs, huge rats. A nurse in Florence. Primary care physician not giving the facts. I could go on and on and on. They don't follow the CDC requirement. How do you like that? If they're so worried about COVID, how come workers who are symptomatic are told to still come to work anyway? Ladies and gentlemen of the American Jeering Bulldog Nation, this is a fraud of the century. Now let's talk about the old FDA, shall we? Pfizer was not FDA approved. The emergency, the EUA, was extended only. It will remain in place. It wasn't approved. This is funny. One of the people that sent me an email sent me a lot of stuff, and he says, hey, I said, well, hey, why don't you send me prepare a little memo I can use. Kind of be like a paralegal. Look at this, is great. The Pfizer-BioNTech COVID has received EOU status. Under the EUA, it is your choice to receive or not receive the vaccination. This is the side effects. Severe allergic reaction, myocarditis, pericarditis. By the way, myocarditis, that's heart problems, okay? Pericarditis, heart problems. Injection site pain, tiredness, headache, muscle pain, chills, joint pain, fever, injection site swelling, injection site redness, nausea, feeling unwell, swollen lymph nodes, diarrhea, vomiting, arm pain. These may not be all the possible side effects of the vaccine. Serious and unexpected side effects may still occur. The possible side are still being studied in clinical trials. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. This is the largest, this is a complete scam. But do you believe that? 5, 9, and 12 do not even cover the story. 10,000 emails, the basis of the lawsuit, and they don't even cover the story. Now you wonder why. And by the way, if you work for 5, 9, 12, 19, the Inquirer, and you've had enough and you'd like to be a reporter, come to Bulldog Nation News. We're hiring reporters and journalists, and we are going to start reporting political and law news only across the tri-state, just like a regular. In fact, we're going to be looking for an anchor too. So if you'd like to be our anchor, feel free to apply for that too. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Have a great day.